Welcome back to the weekly headlines. I'm Kevin Hart.
I'm Mike Winmacher.
And let's get to the news. You know what this state needs for a third time? A millionaire with no political experience. And that's apparently what we'll get with Petersburg native Jesse Sullivan, who's kicking off his campaign with $10 million of outside money. Sullivan, unfortunately, may not be welcome in today's GOP, as he hasn't pledged his allegiance to Home Alone 2's first citizen. And not to mention, he made the unconscionable remark of, Joe Biden is the president. Hey, listen, you can't invoke Lincoln or Reagan anymore, Jesse. You gotta say that Hitler was right about one thing, and then you'll be on Fox News every night discussing critical race theory with Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
Earlier this week, Springfield aldermen approved a package of incentives in support of a planned sports complex near Shields. The ordinances included property and sales tax breaks for the development, as well as raising the city's hotel-motel tax and sharing a portion of the proceeds with the developers. The ordinances passed on a vote of 6-3. Seems like 6 aldermen really want to change a venue for that annual city versus county softball game.
We've seen with varying levels of intensity people arguing about the withdrawal from Afghanistan and how it could have gone better. But self-proclaimed your favorite president says the man for the job would have been Robert E. Lee. Trump said this as he was complaining a statue was being taken down. But someone should remind him Lee is dead, because he might not know and ask him to be his running mate in 2024. My fellow Americans, it is your real president here. I tried asking Frederick Douglass to be my running mate, but I couldn't get a hold of him. You know, I heard he thinks my record black unemployment during my first term was like nothing you'd ever see. Robert E. Lee, he would have been a good choice, though. I bet he could bring our troops back from Kazakhstan, wherever they are.
20 years ago today, the nation was shook by unspeakable tragedy. In observance of this, President Biden visited all 3 plane crash sites today, while former presidents Obama and Bush visited Pennsylvania and New York, respectively. As for the retired Florida man, well, he'll be observing the solemn occasion by providing commentary to the train wreck of a boxing match between 58-year-old Evander Holyfield and 44-year-old former MMA star Vitor Belfort. Although, when the orange one was asked about 9/11, he responded he loved their Slurpees.
Steve from Blue's Clues took to Facebook for the show's 25th anniversary to remind us all who watched him and Blue collect clues those years ago that he never forgot about us. In the emotional video, I only cried 3 times, he explains his absence from the show in which Joe took over. Joe? Oh, he's fine. He's just not Steve. Steve ended it by saying, I look great. Take that, haters. Whose opinion matters more, that jackoff who called me fat and ugly on Facebook, or Steve from Blue's Clues? I don't think so.
The NFL season got underway earlier this week, and news broke that for this upcoming season, ESPN and Monday Night Football will be teaming up with Drake to allow him to curate the music for 10 of the Monday Night Football games this season. ESPN said that Drake will feature his newest songs and possibly some classics, and while he has more than enough tracks to fill that demand, he'll also feature some other artists worthy of getting exposure. Opening night, he'll be debuting his new single, I Only Watch Games on My Cell Phone. And those are your weekly headlines. I'm Mike Winmacher.
I'm Kevin Hart.
And we are out of here!